Hey, that's my penis. That's funny, right? Hey, that's my... 4 days. 4 days I've been planning that. I had that. I was doing the dishes, and I had that song in my head. I had a Buddha that is Buddha. Buddha. Who's got a Buddha? Hey, that's my penis. And straight away, I thought, yes, that's it. That's the intro for the. I wrote it down. I fucking wrote Macarena. Hey, that's my penis intro. Can't forget that. Oh, make sure I remember the Macarena penis intro for the next podcast. Ooh. Well, at least I did that. That's. Now I know what you're thinking, Ewan. Have you drawn a woman with big tits with a big steaming log of turd on said big tits? A very reasonably surprised looking woman with a big steaming log of shit on her tits? Yes. That's exactly what I've done. That's what I've drawn. It's brilliant, really, when you think about it. All right, well, here's the... So I've got this... All right, So I drew... Okay, so there's this clip. I'll play it. I'll play it now. I talk a lot of shit. Yeah, I know that. I say a lot of awful things like piss farts and shit tits and bum aids and cancer babies and shitty cancer tits and titty cancer shits and sticky jizz balls and ass penis and dick fart piss ass and cunt and bollock brain and turd hat and sod fart and piss muffin and fucking pissy shithole and fuck a baby. Penis. I say things like penis because I'm polite, and willy farts and smelly welly ding dong and hairy ass balls and piss poo bone disease and ha ha you've got bone disease. If bone disease is one thing, or maybe it's several things. And AIDS piss, and bleedy AIDS piss. And there's blood in my shit on a regular basis. And cunt vomit. And baby cunts. And baby cunt vomit. And any number of slurs against different races and sexualities, said in the comfort and safety of my own home, but not outside, obviously, because that'd be silly. So I know I say a lot of things like that, but at the heart of it, I'm downright gentlemanly. So I was looking through my old videos and I saw this and it said like Ewan Sucks podcast clip or whatever, and I was like, what? Oh, it was Why I'm So Nice. That's right. And so I was like, what is that? So I clicked on it and I watched it and I was like, oh, Ewan, oh, you're funny. You know what, Ewan? You're bloody funny. You are. So I'll move shit out of the way of my microphone again. So I wrote down all the. This is from my my year of art thing. I wrote down all the horrible things I said, awful things, piss farts, shit tits, bum aids, cancer baby. So I got piss farts, sees peeing, and a fart, fort. Not brilliant, but they need to be quick and shit tits. See, get it? Shit tits. So next up is bum aids. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to draw bum aids. I mean, if nothing else, this could just be an interesting sort of task to set myself a challenge of illustration. Like, how do I illustrate cancer babies? You know, it's not easy. I literally have no idea how I'll illustrate cancer babies. They've already got no hair. You know, how am I supposed to? I don't really. Shitty cancer tits. Titty cancer. I don't know. I've got ideas for some of them and no ideas for others, so I guess we'll see. But the point is, what I thought was, I will illustrate each and every one of those things, yeah, and then put them in a video with the audio from the video I just showed you playing, but then showing the video of me drawing each one, so it'll be really, really quick. So I'll say piss farts, and then this will be drawn really quick as I'm saying piss farts, and then shit tits, and this will be drawn really, really quick as I say shit tits, and then bum aids, the next one, and so on and so forth, yeah. So that'll be a bit of fun, yeah, bit funny. Funny, fun. I don't really. This, I mean, this might seem like almost offensive to. I don't know much about AIDS, which is, you know, considering I talk about it so much, you'd think I would. How do you illustrate AIDS? So I'm just drawing like a really skinny body with a bum for a head. Because it's bum aids. Get it? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Boo. Jesus Christ. I should talk at the same time, shouldn't I? But I'm trying to do them all quickly because I don't want them to be like laboured drawings. I just want them to be quick, silly doodles because they have to be, you know, appear in the video quickly. That's what it's all about. It's all about the video. It's all about content, creating content forever. I guess I have a little bit more to say on that shortly. Smell lines because it is a bum. Let's put some hairs and shit on it. Yeah, I had a I don't know what to call it. Not an epiphany, just like I realised something. It wasn't a realisation like this grand awakening or anything. It was just something I noted, which was I think sometimes on Instagram and more so on YouTube. The content that tends to get the best response, the most views or the most people interacting with it, tends to be, you know, I think one of my most viewed videos is my Jamie Hewlett video, which I guess makes sense because it's gorillas and it's got a picture of Noodle on the thumbnail, so that's like, okay, that's a given, fine. But otherwise, it tends to be content about me, like me talking about me or me talking to the camera as opposed to just my hands moving in front of the camera, so which is not shocking, but certainly not something I necessarily expected. We all know Ewan's opinion of himself is not necessarily high, but I figured people don't want to know about me, they just want to see my drawings, because that's where I've brought that up in therapy and stuff, in that, and I've probably said it here multiple times, that my self-value, I view myself only valuable in terms of my drawings and shit, you know, that's what I'm here for, that's what I do, that's the thing I'm good at, so that's what I figure people like about me, that's what they want to see, is my drawings and shit. And you know, if I have interactions with girls online, it's more often than not them wanting me to draw them, because that's where my value is. It's not, hey, Ewan, you're really attractive, let's hang out and get drinks sometime. Like, come on, that's not going to happen, is it? It's Hey, your drawings are really good. Draw me. Oh my god, draw me. Wow, yeah, draw me. That's amazing. Wow. So it was quite surprising to learn or whatever that I guess most of the content or the content that seems to garner the best response is content about me. People want to know about me. They seem interested in me as a person, which, as I said, it seems more so the case on YouTube. And I guess that's sort of what happens is, you know, obviously I'm not a YouTuber. I just make videos and put them on YouTube because where else do I put them so people can see them, you know? But people like to find or have their favourite YouTuber or person who makes videos and follow them. They don't necessarily well, that's why a lot of the most popular YouTubers have really shit, boring videos, because people aren't watching for the video content necessarily. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. But a lot of the time, they're just watching because it's their favourite creator putting out a new video or whatever it might be. So that's what I figure is the case, in that people watch my videos and then they like watching my videos because it's me doing them, which is nice. You know, it's a nice thought, and not something I'm used to. It's very alien to me, I guess, in that respect. Because I figure no one gives a shit about me, because I don't give a shit about me, so why should anyone else? But people seem to respond well to content about me. So this is all about me. I mean, it's not really... I've not got much to say. But, I mean, if nothing else, I'm making a video based on... I'm doing this podcast based around a video of mine that I'm using to make another video based on that video. It's meta, that's what it is. People like that shit. They like Rick and Morty because it gets meta. They like Community, which, you know, we need to talk about Community at some point. I have a whole bunch of things to say about that. Which obviously they're by the same sort of creators, so that's understandable. Oh, there you go, Bumaids. Brilliant. Just brilliant. How else am I supposed to illustrate Bumaids? Jesus Christ. I have no clue. No clue what I'm doing at all. Fuck me. Oh, Christ. You know what's good? Art books are good. So, let's take a look at an art book. Oh, it's quite a hefty one. I've looked at the second one of these at some other point on the podcast. Street Sketchbook. I love how it's all like, it looks like it's actually taped down and shit. And this is, you know, slightly off with the shiny gloss ink. It's nice. I really like it. It's a nice look. I once had a website that I made specifically to look like it was all like this, and every time you clicked on a new page on the website, it was actually a new page on top of the previous page. I don't have the energy or wherewithal to do that anymore, but it's a good look. I like it. So let's look through this fucking book, because it's sketchbooks. Sketchbooks are cool to look through, as I've said. They're one of the easiest videos to make, and people fucking love looking through other people's sketchbooks. And I do as well. Oh, that's Elf. I forgot he was in here. ELPH, Elf. He's a Scottish artist, graffiti artist, illustrator. I dig his work. I've got a zine of his. I think he still follows me on Instagram. But yeah, so looking through sketchbooks by other artists is really cool, especially when they're actually good. You know, they've got... that's really, really cool. You know, graffiti and street artists, they tend to have... Not necessarily that they're more creative, but they're a little bit more out there, a bit more outside the box with their artwork and their approach to design and illustration and things. That's some really nice layouts. Really like that. And that's what I miss doing with my sketchbooks, is actually having, like, stick shit in, draw over it and add bits and tear bits off. Whereas now it's like, oh, I need to design this quickly in the corner of the page, that'll do, and then I'll move out of the sketchbook for the rest of it. Very nice, bold style. As I recall, there's quite a lot of that kind of style in here. Oh, there you go. This guy, Amos. Quite a recognisable style. I think I've seen his stuff around. Quite like the addition of like the digital colour on top of the sort of like rough old paper. It's quite a nice thing. We like that. Will Barris. Oh, he's done like loads of adverts and stuff. His characters. Everyone knows like that style of character, don't they? It's quite a streetwise kind of character. Really nice sketchbook pages. Nice like almost crowd scene, but not quite crowd scene. It's really nice spreads actually. I like that. That's cool. Snow cat thing. It's good shit, man. It's pretty funny. Funny little characters. Oh, that's cool. We like lettering. We do like lettering. Oh, blue. Blue's killer. We like blue. We like blue a lot. His sketchbooks are cool, but he does these murals like the size of fucking buildings. And also does animations across buildings, like painted on walls. And then he paints one frame, and then I guess takes a picture, paints over it for the next frame, paints over that, does these whole animations. Look him up, BLU. Look him up on YouTube. You could probably find his stuff. Pretty ridiculous. That's cool. Giant raindrops demolishing houses and stuff. But yeah, he's really like socially conscious. Like his drawings look kind of simple and dumb, and I don't like his style so much necessarily, but I like what he does and the fact that he does it. He's actually out there really doing shit. And that's what's important. This guy's pretty cool. Got a very recognisable style. Really nice spreads there. Like, it's cool to see a sketch or a drawing, a picture, a painting, whatever. But when you see just a nice spread, like a 2-page spread of a sketchbook, I like that. I like that a lot. David L. Dixon. Very cool. I won't be able to... I don't have time to fucking... Well, I do have time. I have as much time as I want. But I'm not going to spend all the time commenting on every single page. I will flip through some of them. Elf. There we go. Yeah, I really like. I've loved this guy since I was in like college, since like 2006, 2007. I think I don't know what it is. His work just seems very approachable. I don't know. There was something about his work when I first saw it. I was like, hey, maybe because he was Scottish, because you know a lot of the stuff you're exposed to at a young age comes from, you know, great artists or whatever across the world, like America, all the American great artists, graffiti artists, illustrators, whatever. But then when there's a Scottish guy doing cool shit, and there's, you know, British people, English, whatever. But, you know, I've got my Scottish roots, so seeing a Scottish guy produce this kind of work, I was like, that's fucking cool. And so maybe that's why I liked him. These are cool. I like those. I always have an affinity for cardboard boxes, so I like when those are incorporated into artworks. It's pretty cool, stylised people drawings. Prints, I like print media. Erosi, oh, I did a whole little book about him. I didn't do one, I did a video about a book about him. I guess this is all just his bike drawings. Really nice. I love it, because he paints these, that's like a tag. Like, he could do that as quickly as someone could do a tag writing their name, but it's a little bicycle. And then you take that and you draw like some funny, goofy pictures of funny bicycles. You know, 2 colours, pretty simple, nice little doodles. And then you like flesh them out, make them big and fat and more detail, and then cross-hatching and stuff, and make them more stylised. And a sculpture like that with a huge... That's really, really nice. Yeah, dig that shit. Oh... This guy's hot. Rome. Ooh, Italian. Yeah, really, really nice style to this guy's work. His a lot of character in that. That's really nice, man. That's cool. That's some good shit. Cool. Oh, I like little sculptures like that. Those are cool. Joska. good. Oh, ballpoint pen. We like that. Liverpudlian. Ooh, from Liverpool. That's pretty good. You don't see many artists at Liverpool, so that's pretty decent. Killer. Huh? Good ballpoint artwork. Pencils. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I guess. Oh, I think I've stolen that one a few times. That's pretty funny. Cool stuff. Good stuff. Good, cool stuff. That's pretty funny. Good character. I like that. Cool. My Crobo, I learned about him through like the street art scene as opposed to the graffiti scene. Mudwig, I was really sort of like up and down with Mudwig. I like the whole like it looks like something but isn't something kind of thing. Like that's like a cartoon sort of dog face, but then it's all this random shapes and like it looks like fleshy stuff, but it's not really a thing. It's just shapes. I quite like that. So yeah, sometimes I like his stuff, sometimes I don't. But it's cool compositions and fairly nice colours and stuff. Makes for a nice piece. But sometimes I want more like defined illustrative, like I want it to look like something. But sometimes I like the abstract sort of stuff. Sometimes. Which is information you need to know. Cool. I think like any of these books, the whole point is to have a good array of different kinds of artists, and they're all, I'm not saying they're all good. Some of them some I prefer more than others because I have my own sensibilities and interests and things I like to see. And it would be very hard to fill a book with completely amazing artists. Rich T from Bristol, I think. Grew up in Devon, currently lives in Bristol. Yeah, Bristol is a very, very hot sort of graffiti, street art, illustration scene. There's lots of good artists. Obviously, Banksy. Chio, my man. Shout out to Chio. He's a Bristolian, born and bred, I believe. Got the Bristolian accent from the West Country. I think like that. Rich T, I've seen him about places now and again. He's again, very defined style. Like you see his work and you know it almost instantaneously. But it is that, again, very sort of bold black and white sort of style we saw at the front, more of that kind of stuff. Which, it's good. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I do like these. These are really nice complementary colours in those pieces. He had a show in a little gallery show in the city I live in currently a little while ago, or actually years and years ago, but that's cool. That's a really nice spread. Sam. It's like me calling myself just Ewan. Just the first name. That's all you need. It's also the name of my best friend. Also the name I go to when I order stuff. Because if I order food or something and they say, "Oh, who's it for?" and I go Ewan, they go, "Ewan, Ewan." I'm like, no, it's just Ewan, Ewan, Ewan. No, it's you. So. Whenever I order food or whatever and they ask for a name, I always say Sam because you can't go wrong. And they say, order for Sam, and I go, yep, that's me. Sick Boy, another one from Bristol. Very, very sort of, I don't know, quite an out there kind of style, not terribly abstract / illustrative, I don't know. But he's quite good, he's done well for himself. Dude, love these. Man, these paintings are killer. Real nice. Turf 1. Or is it Turf Phone? Ooh. I've stolen this idea a lot as well. The skull floating above a severed neck head thing. I guess so that was more illustration and this is more graffiti. Banksy. Of course, see, because it's outside as opposed to inside. Whoa, that's my jar of water about to spill everywhere. Banksy, cool, yeah, whatever. Dreff! I forgot he was in here. Dreff is a huge name in UK graffiti. He was one of the first graffiti artists like I noticed as like a person, not just a guy who writes his name. Because more often than not, he wouldn't write his name. He'd draw these characters from his culture, his black culture or whatever. Yeah, from like the 80s, he's been doing his thing. Real good stuff, man. Yeah, man. Man. Yeah, man. Hey, man. That's such a cool drawing. Yeah, Jeff, big name. Cool stuff. Good stuff. That's pretty cool. I like this. It's quite nice. I'm really up and down on whether or not I like the stipple effect, using dots to shade. Sometimes I quite like it, sometimes I absolutely hate it. In this instance, I think he uses it quite well. I'm much more like a lines, like a harshly carved lines, cross-hatching kind of guy, personally. That's my own tastes. I like this stuff. This is going to be good. Messy. Duncan Jargo. That makes for some really nice spreads, man. Big swashes of colour with the drawings over the top. Pink and black, just like me. Skulls and shit. It's really nice spreads, man. I like that a lot. Meh. A little bit neck facey. Like almost, I don't know if it's trying to be neck face, but not quite for me, I'm afraid. As if it matters even the slightest amount. Cool. Oh, Mr. Khan, that's the guy we saw right at the beginning. There was a little, oh fuck, if I come. This guy here. Really like those. Like, they're cool sketchbook pages anyway, but then where he paints characters here and there, and he paints them really well, obviously. Does graffiti characters too, but yeah, really love painting in sketchbooks. Is something I really like, especially when it's done this well. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Pal, seen those characters around quite a lot. Pretty nice. More lettering. Cool. Punk. It's a very specific style of graffiti that was very popular in like the 2000s. Sort of early 2000s. This kind of style was very popular. A lot of people around me were doing that at Bristol and London. There you go, Sick Boy, yeah. Bristol. Alright, whatever. Just trying to show that I know stuff. I know about what I'm talking about, at least somewhat. San. I think that was in the Juxtaposed illustration book. As was that. Get some new work for Sat 1. Quite nice. Nice sketchbook spreads. Or just bits of paper, but either way. Cool. Very sort of futuristic kind of style. Graffiti. That's something you see in sort of modern, certain aspects of modern graffiti is two aspects linked by a thin part. So you have like a thing and then a thin bit and then a fat bit. You see that every now and again. I think you see it in like the one here, Punk maybe. Yeah, a little bit. Thing linked by a thing. Yeah, thing linked by a thing. Yeah, it's here and there. You see it. Very cool, very nice sort of calligraphy sort of stuff. Pretty decent, pretty good. Meh, cool. Very cool. Painting on street signs, that's quite cool. Very nice scene. I could steal that for Gun Viking. That's pretty cool. I like that. Nice sketches and stuff. Cool. Getting to the end. Where do we finish? These so rarely finish on just a banger that you just look at and go, wow, fuck, that's cool. And that's the end of the book. It's like, it's bright and colourful, but like, you know. I mean, I don't know which piece out of here I would choose to put in the back necessarily, but that was a book. Hey, let's Fuck-a-doodle-doo. All right, next up is cancer babies. Fuck, I don't know what to fucking draw for cancer babies. All right, well, I think. So I started painting this last week. I'm sure you all remember. I really wasn't happy with it. I wasn't happy with how it looked as a whole image. I didn't like this arm. It looks too amorphous. Doesn't look like an arm to me. I wasn't happy with how I painted it. Part of that might be down to I get really distracted doing like videos while painting. Drawing I can just about manage, but painting I feel like I need to focus a lot more when I'm painting, which is troublesome when I try to do like painting tutorials and stuff. And a lot of people like to see that, as well as stuff about me. They like to see stuff about painting. So I redid it. For one thing, I thought it doesn't need to be this big, because it takes forever to do shit this big. When it's one image of Gun Viking, there's no need to do it that big. So I did it smaller. I did it like this, and I much prefer this one. So I had the idea of having all these like bulbous things moving through his arm, but it's really difficult to show movement. It just looks like bumps, like tumours, like cancer babies. So I put more emphasis into the veins and shit, which I think works. It shows tension from his gritted teeth down to his neck and his arms. There are things I'd change about this if I was going to do it again, but it's one page amongst 20 something, so I'm leaving it as it is. I'm pretty happy with it overall. The redness going up to the more natural skin tones, all the veins crisscrossing over each other, shaky lines, tension lines, excitement, red shit going on. I'm happy with that as a whole, especially, you know, when you compare it to that, it's like, yeah, definitely better to do that. So from here, his hands, like I said, 4 or 5 pages of his arms growing guns out of them. I've been trying to work that out on paper, and I'm a bit about it. So what I'm going to do is the following page, which is one full page like this of him with gun arms, looking like fucking powerful, bring it fuckers, about to blow motherfuckers away with his gun fucking arms. I'll paint that. Then once I've got that, a solid picture of him with gun arms, and I've figured out how the guns are going to look, then I think I can go back to do those 4 or 5 pages and have a better idea of how to go from here to there. So that's where I'm at with that. All right, let's do some fucking cancer babies. This should work. It might not, but let's have a look. That's a baby. That's a baby. This is a fucking baby. Boo 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 boo. A boo 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 boo. Big tumour. This once I've finished this video with all of these drawings in it, it might end up being the first video that actually gets, I don't know, removed or fucking some strike against me or something. I think it might be the first video that actually has adverse effects on my channel, because so far everything's been fine. I've not really done anything too outrageous, you know, considering. So this one, because I think if it's just the audio of me saying horrible things, that's one thing. But if I'm literally drawing fucking AIDS patients and shit tits and babies that have died evidently of cancer, that's where I think it gets a bit like too much. It might be a bit much for some people. And this might be some of the worst stuff I've actually drawn, because again, for all of my saying all that shit, I very rarely draw. I draw murder and stuff, and like, you know, dead babies if it's funny, but I very rarely draw like horrible shit. It's got a big tumour. Oh God. So that's fun. Put his ear there, little baby ear. Oy. So, also I figured, I spend a couple of minutes on each drawing, and that should be fine. But it's taken like 10-15 minutes per drawing, and I've got that whole list, 10-15 minutes per thing. It's going to take me a while to get all that shit done. So I in my head, dumbly, I figured, I'll do the podcast, get most of them done, and then just sit for a little while afterwards, do the rest of them, and then edit the video, and then the video's done. Obviously, as with most things, as with Gun Viking, it always takes longer than I fucking assume it will. Which, is probably for the best. It means I'm giving it more time, making it look better. Making the dead babies look better. Oh, what are you doing, Ewan? Oh, Jesus. I'm drawing cancer babies. Shut up. They've got all like tumours and they're dead and shit. They're just like, how do you show cancer babies specifically? They're just dead babies. I don't know. Babies with cancer are dead. That's. Oh God. Say more about me. Where am I at? I'm really. I think I've mentioned before. I don't want to. Whatever. It's about me. That's the important thing. I'm really struggling to keep my shit together right now. One thing is, I think doing that the scrapbook, my 2020 scrapbook, it came out really cool. I was really happy with that, and it was cool to look back on all the stuff I'd done. What I've realised is the problem with that now is I'm comparing my current self to that self. So I'm like looking at all my 2020 artwork in that scrapbook going, I should have made at least this much artwork by now. And I just haven't. And I mean, a little bit further than that, I'm not happy with anything I've made so far this year. I've not made anywhere near as much as I did last year. Gun Viking is pretty much sort of where all my time and effort has gone. And I'm happy with bits and pieces of it. But in terms of just individual pieces of artwork and stuff, I'm not happy with like anything I've done. So I'm remedying that by drawing a whole bunch of dead babies. This is really, really dumb. Really, really dumb. Yeah, I've still got a couple of commissions leaked over from last year that I've still not gotten around to do because I keep starting them and just being really unhappy with, my ideas and execution and stuff. So I've got a couple of those left to do, and then the couple of commissions I have done this year so far have been okay, but nothing I'm like really, really happy with. And I'm having trouble staying motivated to keep creating as it is. It's just I'm struggling. That's ultimately it. I'm struggling. It might all sort of work out, once I get Gun Viking finished. I'll have it as a book that I'll hopefully be at least a little bit happy with. So that's, even then I'm not spending as much time on it as I think I should be, and this is why I try not to talk about myself too much, because I just get really sort of down about everything. Like, I should be doing more, and I know it is extreme circumstances. I've not seen anyone socially since Christmas, and even then it was like, saw my friend for a bit on Christmas Day, and he's moved away now. Sam's gone, so Um, it's just been me on my own in the pandemic, and everything's weird, and I'm not creating like I want to, and I'm not happy with anything I'm doing. Everything's just bum and horrible and awful. And I'm struggling to keep it together and keep going. I'm trying, but clearly I'm trying. Look at all the trying I'm doing. It's really working out for me. It's really good. I'm doing really well with these dead babies. There you go. There's some cancer babies for you. Boink, 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 boink. Hooray! We love a good cancer babies. Hey. Okay, what's next? What's next? Shitty cancer tins. Oh, good lord. But I'm trying to stay. I'm happy with Gun Viking, mostly. But I've been drawing other things because there were those horror drawings. Okay, I'll show you. Jack Torrance from The Shining and Slimer. Slimer's cool, but I put him in there half as a joke because it's like he's not really a horror character, you know, but it's Slimer. It's pretty funny. And also, so I did like the Kubrick stare where you tilt the head down and look up through your eyebrows, you know, like that. So I thought it'd be funny to do that with him and then with Slimer as well to give that sort of like, you know, evil, demented look. I'm not happy with them. This one especially, maybe I can sort of hair a little bit. Maybe I went a bit over the top. It looks a bit Wolverine-like, but I'm not happy with the drawing. Maybe it's a bit messy. And this one, it's not bad, but it's just sort of meh. Maybe I need to darken it here. I don't know. Just not happy adding those to the collection of horror drawings because I want to do those so I can sell them because I am worried about money at the moment. You know, I need... I've got like... I think... I might be able to manage the rest of this month and a couple of weeks, and then I need to start making money, which is why I wanted to get Gun Viking done as soon as possible, because then once I've got that done and I can start selling it, that'll bring money in and I'll be fine for working on future projects. But I might have to start taking loads more commissions before Gun Viking's finished, which I'm worried will push Gun Viking back even further. Ugh. How do I draw shitty cancer tits? I don't have a single fucking idea. I don't want to draw like a... I don't want to draw, you know, a tit that's been cut off. Maybe a bin full of removed tits. It's not really fun to look at though, isn't it? Because everyone's lying on the floor. AIDS, cancer, shit tits. That's quite funny. That's quite funny. That's a bit weird, bit funny, bit dark. That's just too dark. That's too much. That's too much, man. So I want to keep it light. Hey. But I am looking forward to getting Gun Viking done as a book. There's a few artists that I've been talking to through Instagram who want to collaborate. My only real issue there is just a complete lack of ideas of like... I could do a drawing, send it to them, they can add to it and edit it. But that's so like... I don't know, it's so difficult collaborating over the internet, you know, especially when I work traditionally. Like I can't just... I can scan my work in, but it's not quite the same, is it? So I've got to try and come up with a few ideas, because then that's something to do, and that's probably, you know, hopefully I can create something that I'm happy with. Because so far this year, I was thinking, like, if I did, what have I done in January? What have I done this February? And, like, I got almost nothing. I'm just so dry at the moment, artistically. And as I say, the time and effort has been going to Gun Viking primarily. But I need to fucking get my shit together, do more I want to do a print release. I've got a couple of ideas. A5 prints on really nice paper. Try to get like an off-white, nice thick paper stock, and then sell them with like a sketch on the back for a bit extra. So you can buy the print just as it is, or pay a bit extra and get a sketch on the back. Or buy two, one normal, one with a sketch on the back, so you can display them both. I'm also working on my web store. I'm trying to make it so you can buy shit directly from my website. So there's no middleman of Etsy or Big Cartel or whatever. So it's literally my website. You buy stuff, the money goes straight to my PayPal, which goes straight to me. There's no other middleman taking a cut or whatever. And that should be doable within the next week or so, hopefully. So then I can start selling books and prints. I got nothing for shitty cancer tits. And then titty cancer shits? What the fuck? How am I supposed to illustrate these things? God damn it. Fuck. I got nothing. All I got is shocked woman's face in my head again, just like before. Maybe more of a, oh no, my cancer tits. Oh. And they've got to be shitty. How can I draw shitty cancer tits? I don't even know, man. I'm drawing all deflated and horrible. Full of tumours and shit. Smelly. God. What even is... What am I doing? That's her hair, long flowy hair. Tits full of lumps. Smelly and horrible. Dripping rancid liquid. I don't know. How would you illustrate shitty cancer tits? Jesus. Well, you probably wouldn't. I mean, that's the thing. How would you illustrate shitty cancer tits? You wouldn't, Ewan. That's how. You just bloody wouldn't. The nipple upwards, maybe. That might have to be it. Oh, fucking hell. And this might be another one of those things where, like, I start it with like, yeah, this will be a really cool video, and I'll do these ones now, and then I might get around to a couple more, and then it'll probably be another project I leave. I keep thinking, I showed them in a video my one big arm, one normal arm drawings. I really wanted to do that and do more with it, but never got around to finishing it, so I'd like to do more of that. But I've just fucking I'm not with it at the moment. Maybe it's just a mental health thing. There's lots, you know, I'm saying I'm dealing with so much right now. I do have quite a bit going on mental health wise, I guess. It's, you know, being diagnosed as having PTSD, that's quite a kick, isn't it? What do you do with that, man? And it's a thing, you know, it affects me pretty much daily, so it is something. Let's get these shitty cancer tits drawn, shall we? Yeah, it's hard to stay motivated. Lots of messages I haven't replied to. I mean, so I went into this knowing, okay, it's going to be about me. I'm going to talk about me. I'll talk about how I'm struggling and there's this and this and this right now. But I didn't intend for it to all just be fucking dour and horrible. I thought it would lighten the mood if I'm drawing all the awful, horrible shit. I figured, that's funny. That's hilarious. That will add to the video. It'll be fun. People will like that. Instead, it's just me going, oh, everything's shit. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not happy with my art, man. And, I still seem to be doing more or less okay, like in terms of I'm still making a living as an artist, I guess. Over a year later, since quitting my job, I'm happy about that, but like, it's still a job, I still have to keep doing it. Occasionally, I might make just enough money that will afford me some time to just rest for a bit. But on the whole, I have to keep going. I've got to keep creating, keep doing shit. Even if I'm not happy with anything I'm doing. And I tried to, because, it's a little bit first world problems. There are people out there suffering a lot more than me. But you've got to deal with your lot in life. You cannot constantly focus on other people and whatever. Like, you've got to take care of your own shit. Like, you help people in any way you can, as much as you can, whenever you can. But you can't if you physically can't, if you've got your own shit to deal with. You can't be futzing around with other people's shit. You've got to take care of you, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take care of me, so when I'm feeling good, I'll be on top of it. I'll be on my fucking game. And maybe not helping people, because fuck that shit. But making more, better, fun art that people like and they can interact with, and we can all come together. Shit. I think this might be one of my first, like when I do the video of all these drawings, it might be one of the first ones I actually have to put some sort of like trigger warning on or something. Because AIDS and breast cancer and dead babies. Oy. I was in my head, I was like, okay, I can press stop there, and that could be it for the. But I think I've tried to leave it on a slightly more positive note. I don't know. I guess the most positive thing I have is like gun Viking. This. And that's another thing. I'm really trying not to just make every fucking podcast or whatever about gun Viking. Like, while I do want to work on it and get it done, I also, I think people get bored of that. I've got to do shit for me and make the videos I want to make, but at the same time, I make the videos so people can watch them, and there's no point in making them so people can watch them if they're all just boring and about the same thing every fucking week. Oh God, what can I say that's positive? Jesus. That's a good question. I think I've got some ideas for some fun videos I'll try to get done soon. I've been building up to do an MF Doom sort of in memoriam video, looking at some of his best lines from his songs, I was gonna have like me drawing a picture while talking about some of his best lines, but honestly, I think that might distract a little bit too much. So I might just. It might just be me talking to the camera on that one. But, I'll be talking about him, some of his best lines from his songs, what he means to me, and all the other shit. So that's quite a good one. I've got one about why signing your work can be really stupid and ruin drawings. I won't give too much away, but suffice to say, signing your work can be really stupid and ruin your drawing. I think I'm just forcing it now. It's only going to be worse. Oh, look at these shitty cancer tits. See, they're all full of tumours. And they're all shitty. And cancer tittery. Let's get some of this going on. Is this blood or something? Who knows what's coming out of these sour milkers? Yucky, that's disgusting. Ooh. Okay. I thought of something vaguely positive. Here's what I'm trying. I'm trying to keep in mind that I'm ewan, all right? It's a little bit that episode of The Simpsons where that really cool substitute teacher hands Lisa the bit of paper and it says, "You are Lisa Simpson." I'm trying to keep that shit in mind. I've got this this certificate on my fridge that I recreated from a point in my past that I was given. That it was given to me. I'll do the whole story at some point. Maybe it depends because it's based around a person who should not be named. I was given a certificate for being Ewan, which is a bit of a cop-out, but it was essentially for not being this particular other person, for basically turning into my own person and not becoming this shitty other person that I could have become. So everyone was really glad that I had been me, that I'd become me. So they gave me a certificate because they gave it to me in front of other people, so they couldn't say, "We're glad you're not this other person," because that would be kind of shitty. So they gave it to me for being me. They had to take me aside afterwards to explain, "Listen, we know it sounds kind of dumb, but this is the reason we gave you the certificate." So that made me glad. That happened in my teen years. So, I lost the certificate because I didn't give a fuck. But I recreated the certificate as best I could. I put it on my fridge to try to remind myself that I'm Ewan. Like, I'm somebody, my Instagram following, it's not what it was, obviously, but I have other artists I admire messaging me to be like, "Hey, what's up? Let's do something together." I sell my artwork around the world. I have people in, across basically every continent, buying my books, prints, commissioning work from me. People interact with me daily to say, how much they like my work. I get messages all the time, like, I don't call it fan mail. I've had fan mail that says specifically, "Please consider this fan mail. I really love your work. You inspire me to do this." The amount of copycats I see of people doing, all the ballpoint drawings or whatever. It's really easy to just see all that, especially because it's social media. You just swipe past it and it's like, "Hey, that's neat." But I'm really trying to keep in mind, like, I'm Ewan. Like I drew those with the little goblins being like, "Hey, you're shit. What are you doing? What are you fucking give up? You're a piece of shit. Just stop." But then sometimes it's "Fuck you. I'm the fucking best. I'm Ewan. I'm somebody." My name. People know my name, even if it's Uncle Ewan or if it's Ewan again or if it's that guy who does the ballpoint drawings of asses. People know me. I'm building this thing. People like Gun Viking, they're going to see Gun Viking when it's finished and be like, "Hey, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's this comic by this guy Ewan." I'm Ewan. So that's okay. I found a positive, and that's what I'm trying to focus on. Of all the bad shit, I'm not feeling great. I'm not doing anything I'm proud of, but I'm trying to keep in mind I'm Ewan, and that's gonna push me. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, there you go. Positive note for shitty cancer tits. Yeah.